Your home should be your safe haven, but sometimes your home is a harbor for toxins that could affect your family's health. In today's Angie's List report, Terry tells us about 3 toxins that could be lurking in your home.
Consumers may not realize, but there are potential dangers in your home. The common toxins we hear about are mold, radon, and asbestos.
A common culprit in many homes, mold. If you have less than 10 square feet of mold damage, you could tackle removing that yourself. For homeowner Rebecca Shop, she needed to call a professional.
When it first happened, I was not as concerned because it was such a small area that got moldy. But then when I had it patched and a few months later found mushrooms in the carpet, and then when I realized it was a much larger area and it had gotten to the point where it was growing mushrooms, then I was more concerned. So then I had a company come out and test, and they went into the crawl space, and I had not gone into the crawl space. I don't want to go into the crawl space. That's when they found a lot more mold than I was expecting. So once I knew how much there was, then I was really concerned.
And a lot of times you might find it in your bathroom or your basement, but the key here is keeping it at a minimal level. But if you find that you have more mold, you want to have it taken care of right away. One member even said that she found mold underneath her couch. First thing you want to do is to have your house tested, and you want to have it tested by an independent tester who sends it to a lab to have the results analyzed.
Typically, there are options where they can actually remove it themselves. It depends on the situation, but the majority of the time they should seek professional help, just because once you disturb the mold, then the spores tend to spread. So we're trying to, in our situation, control that environment. So the homeowner in small situations, if the mold's not too prevalent, then they can do the cleanup themselves.
Radon is another possible toxin that could be present in your home, but you can test for that too.
Radon is an odorless, colorless gas that is caused by the breakdown of uranium in the earth, and it can actually seep into your home. So it's important to have your home tested for the level of radon, and if it reads too high, you need to have a mitigation system, because if you don't, it can lead to health problems. In particular, radon is the leading cause of lung cancer in non-smokers.
And exposure to asbestos can cause different forms of cancer.
Asbestos is a harmful toxin, and it was most often used in insulation and in construction materials prior to the 1980s. So if your house was built before 1980, your home might be at risk. And the only way to discover whether you have it is to have your home tested.
Terry McFadden, News Center 16.
If you're concerned your home has any of these toxins, the first step is to actually have your home tested. Once again, the key is to have someone test it that's independent. Have the test sent to a lab to be analyzed. You want one person conducting the test and another actually fixing the problem. And we have a lot more helpful information on our website, WNDU.com.